So the Medrash says, it doesn't say Shmir Shabbos by Avram or Yitzchak. The Mefarshim explain, it doesn't mean he didn't observe it, but it means it's not identified uniquely. Dafka by Yaakov in this week's parsha. So therefore, he has the bracha of without limits. Because Avram and Yitzchak, Hashem told Avram, as far as you can see, is yours. Yitzchak, he said, this land is yours. But Faratzta is only to Yaakov. So you have to understand what's the connection to Shabbos. And clearly it's not just Shabbos, because they also observe Shabbos, Avram and Yitzchak. But it's Shabbos derech prat, and moreover, as it emerges at the end of the Maimer, Shabbos in connection, dafke with the inyan of Daled Amos, that a person has Daled Amos, or Chaim Mizin. I'm sorry, number 6, thank you, Fry. So those are the shilas. The next shilah was Shabbos is connected to a bracha that is boundless. The whole point of Shabbos is that it's totally bisman. He doesn't really answer that question. Maybe yes, because Shabbos is boundless time in a very, intrinsically to its whole identity. It's the 7th day of the week. But moreover, as we see that you have to, 6 days is your work, but it doesn't mean that. He brings here that you count 6 days, the 7th day is Shabbos, so much so if you're lost, that's the halacha, that's what a person does. And likewise, he who toils out of Shabbos, Mishtach Berav Shabbos, eats on Shabbos, implicit in that is that Shabbos comes as a result of the Avodah of the 6 days of the week. As we learned in the previous Maimorim, B'Pnimis Anyonim, Avodas HaBerurim, and so on. The whole Menucha is after the Yigiyah, the toil of Shabbos, of the weekday. So what's the answer to that? In retrospect, and having learned the whole Maimer, perhaps, as he says at the end, the paradox that Yechidish B'Nefesh is revealed dafke in space, outside of the person, a very hardcore gvul, his space, outside of the person, meaning wherever he goes, he carries this space with him, but it's outside of him. And that's where Yechidah Dafka is revealed. Don't know, the Maimon doesn't really address this specifically. Other than to say there's 3 levels to Shabbos, and it's the first 2 levels that are connected to Avodas HaBerurim and so on. Whereas the third one, which is what we're talking about, Menucha Shleima Shatareitze, about the third Suda, which I did see yesterday, is connected Dafka to Yaakov. That tak is higher than all Hagbalah. That could be just a simple answer. The time connection to the weekday is more Friday night and Shabbos day. But Ivan is already beyond that. It's the Pshitus of the Ein Sof. Perhaps that's the answer. So to begin, the answer on this base. So it's a hemshech to the Maimorim before. Not in the Tzovim, that Shabbos had 3 levels: Friday night, Shabbos day, and Shabbos day guf itself, the 3rd level. Oh no. Somebody just come here, whew. Do you guys see me and hear me? Yeah? Okay, just look what's going on my screen here. He's still signed out, and the guns have there.
I don't know what the other device is.
Okay, but if you guys see me, fine, we'll keep on going. So now he zeroes in, and this Maimer is based on the Mittler Rebbe's Maimer on the Tefillah. So in each of the Friday night, Shabbos day, and Shabbos Mincha, there's the Sudas and the Tefillah. He doesn't address it here, but now in retrospect we can understand, also based on the previous Maimorim, the first 2 Sudas, you eat a meal. And the 3rd one, the meal is not nearly as hard and fast. In fact, in the Menei Chabad, we don't actually eat a meal. Fruit, you also Yitzah. That's because it's beyond Avodas HaBerurim. and the berurim happen on their own. That seems to be the end of the Maimer. Tzad Yechidah Benefesh, the Nitzutzi Kedusha are drawn. In the face of Yechidah, all resistance melts. So it's dafket, the third Suda, the tefillah of the third Suda is h'tשכ. And in the h'tשכ, as we see in the end, in the h'tשכ, the culmination, the climactic statement of the h'tשכ is the final menucha shleima shata reitzah, which the Maimon will address presently at length. Let's just finish Eis Beis. So what's the question here? So in the h'tשכ, we have to understand why, if you look at the tefillah, it seems to repeat itself many times. What does emerge at the end? There's 4 levels of chagas, chesed, gvura, tiferes, identified in 4 levels, starting from lifnei hatzimtzum all the way down to biyah. That's the answer. But at the simple level, it just seems to repeat itself. This idea of Shabbos being a day of tranquility and rest. And then we have to understand why we're saying this dafket mincha. When would we highlight the rest aspect of Shabbos? Would be more Friday night. We're already now well into Shabbos. I've almost forgotten that there's a world out there and problems with the challenges we face. And now we're saying menucha, rest, tranquility. That's more appropriate Friday night, coming directly from the stress and the hustle bustle of making a living. That's where you see the menucha. What's the answer to that? The answer to that is, again, it's the 5th level. The 5th level corresponding to Yechidah, the menucha be'etzem, that's dafka revealed now. And that's taka menucha that's beyond menucha, in contrast to toil, to essential menucha. All right, we'll stop here, continue our chazorah tomorrow. Gimel really begins the heart of the Maimon.